sharing my screen. So last week we have started understanding how to create a job and what are all what is input, what is output, how talent is going to be called a what whatever object or whatever input or output, and where we can get the different components details, and how to configure these things. Basics we understand. Let's We are going to understand of. We'll start from here and we'll understand step by step from business model. So business model. So we heard this word a number of time. Model keyword is very familiar to us. Model means something which can represent how it is going to be look like. That is called a model. So we know why we are giving that model. So something which is like a features, whatever is related to that name. So model is called a representation of what this is going to be and what features are going to be there in that model. So if for example you'll take a model number Vivo 21, Vivo 18, Vivo 20, what that name, that is a label at a model, they'll call it as a model phone number. So phone, they're giving that kind of series. So number each and every release, they'll do some kind of features which is going to be added into that existing model. So existing piece, they are going to add something this called and it is going to show how it is going to work and all. We'll call it as a model. So here also, when you are working for a software like a industry, whatever, it's a technology related. So everything is going to be a presentation. So presentation is very important when you are preparing something, when you are going to work something. So business model is means the business which is a customer exist, or which business you are going to make them as a like a application or whatever you are going to do for them. You have to show the what business they are running and what we are going to solve through your technology stack and all. So that information we have to represent. So model, again keep telling that model is a representation of your process or object, whatever. So you have to show them how it is going to be look like and what it is going to have in that kind of representation, that presentation. So here you see, right, Talent has provided a feature called business model. So here you can see, right, so business model. So right click on that and you can see the name, whatever, create a business model, create a folder, export items, import items. So now forget about export and import keywords. So now we are going to see create a business model. So just create a business model and you can say, so you want to show them so how they have existing business. You want to represent in your own kind of solution, what solution you are providing to the customer, and you want to showcase in a presentation mode. For that purpose we are going to see. So purpose and description, I told you again, right? What we are going to design in your job, what we are going to solve your problem, whatever, you can represent that in a description and purpose. So here Here you have created a one business model. Products representation is our business model. So I am just I want to show how you are going to process your existing products and how you are going to show the what you are going to capture from that. Like that, you just have some plan. So what you are going to solve in this business. So now you can see, right, the representation purpose. Obviously we heard different components, and each component will have a their own meaning or understanding. So these things we have seen in our academic also. There is a ER diagrams and all in RDBMS, right? Same thing, they just made a graphical you can see the different colors and whatever expressions, like it kind of what is going and from where it is going, this kind of directions, whatever, this kind of icons or whatever symbolic representation of things they have provided by default in a talent. But generally, right, 90% of people never use a talent business model creation and all, because it is not that great feature which will give more kind of presentation mode and all. This is just studio level and you can export it, but still we have a different tools to create this kind of representations and all. So even MS Office, you guys all are familiar, right? So even MS Office itself, you can create a look and feel different presentations, and we usually use PPTs, right? PowerPoint presentation and all. Those things will be used, and there is a different tools like Visio or Microsoft related tools that can help you to create more presentational look and feel. It's going to be a different. But here still, like I told you, right? Everyone wants to sell their product, and they want to give what are all available around the world. So everything they'll try to. That is what Talent is doing. That find what is their new or what their feature can be helpful to the business. So something which they are identify, they simply integrate to the Talent. That's where become a more popular nowadays. So now you see business model. So when you can you will see when you join, right? Nobody will create any business model, or you won't heard that even word also. Some people doesn't care about what is business model in Talent and all. So how to create and all. But still we are trying to learn, and we are understanding what is that and all. So now we understand what is the model and how to create a business model. So just right click and create a business model. Now you can see all. It's like a it's not a job, and it's going to have, it's not going to have any code and all. It's just a kind of look, like a look, and you can just copy these icons and all, you can paste it. Now you see, right, here I want to take some I will have a data. So customer have a data. Customer have a data. It's it has a like a cell company, like their mobiles company or whatever. So they have a series of models which they're selling. So you can have a that kind of master table where they can keep all the whatever series is, whatever models they're going to release every 6 months or 1 year. They'll have a table data or something. They can just get that details in that from that table. So it's existing process or something. So from this, right, I want to get a, so there is a different so I have a number of products in my tables lookup. So I have to match with each and every product, how much it is selling and how much is getting in a market, which region or which uh, which shop, how it is going and all. Will have a different tables and all. But still I want to go with a one kind of sector, like a one kind of insight view of data. So particular view of data, I want to see what are all the models currently running with my product, and what are all product is not currently. So I just have a like a one kind of one kind of mart. So it's a specific to one sector, which I have already have existing system. So just I'm trying to migrate in talent using, but I want to tell them, right, what you have and what you are going to have and what I am going to deal with this kind of tool or whatever data you are going to process from existing application or existing source system to target system. So we'll have a number of marts. If it is a warehouse projects or something, you will have a number of marts they are going to have. So mart is kind of a particular like a criteria or a like a particular criteria to get the reports or whatever they want to. So for example, if you take any business, they'll have a number of sectors like one by one. For example, hotel we have talked about, like you'll have like a lodging and a boarding, and you'll have a like a kind of tiffin shows whatever, like it's going to be each and every business they'll have a different sector. So I want to see which space I'm getting business and how much I'm getting daily. So that kind of view we have to get from the our business, then only we can see where our products are going and where our services are utilized by the customers, where it is getting more and where we have to improve. So daily we have that kind, we business people they want to know that kind of information. That's a visualization or reports. They want to get that report, which branch what's going on and what is our strength and what is our weakness. These kind of things keep they'll monitor. For that purpose only we can cross this kind of tools or visualization or representation whatever. So the reports can be give the clear picture of business, what exactly went fine today and what went wrong with so like where we can improve the business. So that's where you have to make that model and you have to show them. So here I'm just having the business has some data which is the lookups means which are existing products details or something, and I want to match with that like a sector, like whatever space I'm checking the data and all. I have to look up with them with that existing information. So I just have to look up. This is a lookup for my business. So there is a one shop, for example, there is a set of cells they are selling or something. So I have to look up what the phones I have currently, what models are running with my product. So iPhone you can take, right, series 1 to till series 14 is released going to release. So you know that how many series are released and each series what are the features are they have provided, something like that, right? So now you go and ask in a shop, you want iPhone 5 SE or 6 SE. If you like that model 5 SE, then you go and ask them. They'll say we are not providing service, we stopped the service on March 20th or something around. They'll say after that we are not going to provide any service, but still there is a stock available, they can provide. Otherwise they'll say we are not having that model or a piece, we are not releasing in a market to sell, so you cannot get that. So that kind of statistics, like now you go for 13, so they'll say 13 is in a market in stock or out stock. So that kind of like information which is going to happen through our lookup with the like a set of data. So mart is a set of data which is a particular to one criteria, okay, one sector. So I'm going to join with this, like associate with this from here to data mart. So now this is difficult with this model. It's not that user friendly, or you cannot now you see, right? So what I'm not able to associate with the simple straight line between this one, because lack of maybe lack of practice, because I'm also not used frequently this model or something. Okay, so but still uh, they have given that feature, so we are trying to understand. So don't worry much, just to your knowledge purpose I'm guiding. This one is not going to be really not going to help you in your work life, okay, when you are going to be a talent developer or a whatever, okay. So you have to click on the corner of that arrow, and it will give the options which representation. So what association? It's a bidirectional, or a forward direction, or a backward direction, or it's a just a lookup. So you can give that relationship between the two symbols or whatever two representations here, right? So you can just look up this, and you can have you want to test this data, so what is going wrong and what is giving exactly what is running and all you want to know. Then you have to like you have to take a decision. So based on the matches and based on criteria, you can apply the logics on that particular what you want to search. You want to search for a particular sector, you will have a condition, right? So where iPhone 6s, so how much is going on market currently, because latest versions are more, but still I want to search on 6se need to be produced in this year, or we don't need to produce, because based on the market I'm going to take a decision. So decision, you'll see this decision. So this is kind of logic, like if else we know, right? If else, so if matches then you go this direction, if not matches then go this direction. So that kind of directions we can take, and still you can start this the lookup, and you matched it, and you will get a set of data over here. Just your assumptions, these are all um, really it's not a model what we are creating. We don't have any particular business criteria to prepare a model, but still we are trying to assume, and we are trying to create a one model for understanding the how the model is going to be look like. So after I want to test this data, whatever is resulted data, I want to test this, and I have to take a action called action on this. This is just applying data on this. So we don't have any forward direction. It's just a association we're saying. So this is a data which we get after looking up something, and we are trying to test the data to get that insight of view of the data, what data it is written with the lookup with the mart. So that decision we are going to take next. So while testing itself, you can understand uh, what is the your logic is getting into the space, and you will see that is matches your criteria. criteria or not. Testing, what is the purpose of testing? So the testing purpose is to understand the functionality is working fine, and what is your criteria you are selected, that criteria matches, then you will go for a decision. If the criteria is not matches, then you'll take it as a false, it is not matching your criteria. And you get the, then after taking a decision, you'll kind of you'll get a documents, final documents, which can you can say this is criteria matches, this is not matches. You can load into the another source, final source, you can store this data. This is staging again, or staging, or again ODS data. So what is operational? So what is the operational from this business, whatever process we are creating from this, what is operational, which gives to move forward the business. So this is going to give you the, so rejects we are going to capture, and we are going to create a one ODS on the mat. So operational data source, which is based on our testing, or whatever process we have trying to validate business rule on the data which matches with our lookup to source. Like this, you have created a one simple model, and two, this is going to be a generic right now, right? So it's going to be generic for any business. So I have a, like for example, you have a like have a fast food, and what are all the items you have. Lookup means which is going to be exist, and which is a reference for other, so that is called a lookup. So lookup means which you can reference. So our lookups, for example, our father is a lookup for us. So what he has a features, what he has a what how he behaves, and what are all things you are getting in. So you are also going to get that kind of features, that is a like we'll call it a genes, like genetics, right? Same way lookup is called a reference. So what your father is did in previously, and how he is behave, so you have that matches, and people also will start compare you, right? He's like his father, he's like his mother, so that is a reference. So lookups are existing things which can be reference for current things. So current things means you have a son or a daughter, then they'll start looking up you, so they'll check with your what your behavior and what you are doing. So this kind of reference lookups are always going to be a reference for our business. So you'll ETL, mostly you can hear that source, lookups, target, these three keywords you are going to hear. So lookups are a reference for our source. Source means source means what is current. So current is going to be in general also, your son or daughter is a source right now. So like in your lineage or your family, current your son or daughter is a source. And what are the lookups is your son's father, your mother, so or your father's father, mother's mother, like that. You'll call a grandmas and all, right? So all are a reference for us currently. What our grandma is a reference, our grandpa is a reference for us, and our father is a reference always. So lookups are going to be a reference for our what we are doing currently. So and we will just compare the things. You will get a property also, right, from your father or your grandfather. So that all going to be. So if your grandfather has 20 acres, and your father did a good business and make a 30 acres, and he is going to give you 30 acres, and you are going to try to make that as a more investments, and you will make the 40 acres or 50 acres, and that you are going to share with your son. So these are all going to be like generally we may lose, but just we'll talk about positive things, and we'll say we always try to increase our properties or assets, whatever. So that is by referring your lookups, what they did and how they make the business, what they did, how they make this. So we have to always keep that kind of mindset to improve our business to what previously happened. So we need to remember, we need to analyze what happened, what the business went fine, what the business went wrong. So these kind of decisions always will have on lookups. Without you have a references, you cannot analyze, you cannot understand what the happened, what is to be corrected to the your business and all. So and this is just this you can see, right? By seeing it, I don't need to explain. Even I'm while I'm creating, I'm talking more what is this icon, what is these things. When you go for this, there's a simple thing. If you go with the customer and you can simply explain him what is like this is, I can say, sales smart. So something which is related to your sales related thing. So this is related to sales related information. Okay, so this I just going to check with him. So this is how you have like a n number of models or a series as you have, and what is I'm just like matching with your sales mart, and where I am just going to compare the data, and I am going to apply the logics and each and every model. So what model is running currently, and people still what they're buying, and still what are the kind of model features they are liking still. So 6s I'll just 7s or whatever. So what features are they liked more, and when I'm going to create a iPhone 15, so what I have to consider, what are the feedback received on this sales criteria, what are the comments by the customer, what are the ratings provided by the customer. So these are all things I have to think before designing a next model. So that, but when I am going to get that kind of view of that like a like kind of business preparation before, we have to get what informations we are getting from the feedback, or what information we received from the, it's either good or bad or whatever. So that kind of feedback is going to help me to make my product like a more best in the market. So that information only when I do analysis on existing process, then only I'll get it. If I don't do analysis, I'll just go what I plan to release and what I want to release, simply I'll release it. But how my business goes, nobody can predict, or nobody can assess on that if there something went wrong. So for that purpose, we need always a data analysis before doing any product. For example, I am started a hotel in one place, and first day I don't know what people is going to like with my hotel, and next day somebody will give feedback, and if I started today, they'll say yeah, this breakfast is nice, and this so masala and chutney are good. They'll give some feedback. So tomorrow I'll prepare more number of like a number of people counts, I'll think in a mind, and I'll start more create more create like I'll prepare more masala and more chutney and all. If somebody says sambar is very good and all something, then I'll start preparing one more 2 more liters of sambar in my preparation, tomorrow's preparation. So that feedback, and somebody says chutney is not good, it is little sour or something, they'll say, then I have to think how to rectify that thing. That kind of comments which is going to be helpful for day to day your life, will make you to make up best and perfect. So same way, so the phone, you will say whatever comments you will give, that I am going to read and take it a consider, and I'll start doing this. But we don't worry about the how they are going to do business and all, but what we are going to do, so we are just going to display this model, and we'll explain that. So you have this model, and you have this smart and all, so this is how we are going to handle, and what testing you are going to perform, and what your team is going to test that and all, you will present to the customer, and will say, this is how we are going to handle current whatever problem you explained. So, and this is a lookups like whatever products you have, and this is a mart sales related. So only in this solution or a window, what I'm going to provide a solution for this sales, and what I'm going to get for you, and on top of that our testing team is going to perform this. So data validations on criteria, so whatever you will provide, business is going to provide a business validation rules. So I will just apply on that, and I'll make you decision, and I'll write a data onto the so that staging LODS, or I can capture the rejects in a particular. And you can see here, like you can see here, right, you can represent your colors also. You can go to the component. You can see here, you can format or fill your what color. So rejects, I want to have some other red color or something. So you can select what color you want to apply, that you can select that. And this is a processing whatever it's going to be a. So you can go, you can right click on that you can right click on that icon, and you can select the format, and you can choose you want to arrange something, or you want to line color, whatever you want to do, you can just play with this. So now you can see, right, the overall that border of the icon or image, it was changed to different color. This is an ongoing process, and I want to apply a blue color. So I want to represent what I can make customer to understandable easy. And this is a reject, and this is a decision. Okay, so this is right. This is a representation. So yellow means decision pending. So we have to go or no go. The decision is going to be taken on result. So matches and whatever currently working, and whatever how we are going to see the good kind of things that will be stored in this source. And rejects we are capturing here. So business can take a decision based on what how many rejects, and what is why this is rejected, what is the rejection reasons. Those things will be understandable. So this the just my simple model which I am going to represent with the customer before starting the process of data process. So before loading or before creating the process to generate this kind of source for them. This is a source for them to make the decision on a business. So this source is going to helpful for them. These two are sources for them to make a business in the next level. So This is called a business model. This is simple business model. Same way, this is one kind of I'm telling you, right? So this is a one kind of sector or one part of business we are validating, and we are showcasing how we are going to do that and what we are going to do that. These things you can orally explain them, and or you can write a text for them, but that won't give the feel, or that won't help them. So when you go for a customer, you have to show that everybody likes to show that, see, when you talk, they may catch you on the time or not, but when you show something, it will be visible, it will be like he can easily remind. Even we can also, right, by listening dialogues or something, you cannot remember long time. When you see in the movie, or when you see in something in a mobile or whatever, you see with dialogues, with expressions and all, you can remember what how many days you will remember is going to be a matter. Look, if you'll see, if you listen one dialogue and you can remember for 20 days or 60 days or something, when you see with the actions, with the dialogue, you can remember more than that. That is the main reason for always they'll ask you to present in a present or demo. So always they'll ask you, give the presentation demo, so they can what exactly you are going to do, your your actions with your whatever words, or what the mix and mixing the words and actions is going to be a representation. That representation is a nothing but called as a model. So model, you are what you are preparing the process, or called as a like a process or a job, what it is going to do, that is a model you are going to show them. This is a model, this is not actually this is not actually process. With this they can't do anything. If you go and share with them, what they'll do nothing. They cannot get anything from this. This is just a representation how it is going to be, and what it is going to be, and where it is going to be get, and what is the things we are going to done. This kind of information we are giving the representation before starting our process. Okay. And here you can add, if they have any lookups for reference you want to demo, you can add a documentation. Like if you have any file which has a lookups and all, so you can just simply add your representation, and you can tell them this is your lookup file which you have provided. And this is a lookup like this, till we go on 0 to 02, whatever current series they have, we can go on. So I'm going to create a structure just to remember what where I'm placing the files and all. So same way you have to going to create, when you are creating process, you have to give that kind of lookups where it is stored, and the source where it is stored. That kind of structure you can easily go there and get what you want and all. You can see what where is the lookup, where is the source and all. Same way I created, right, data for my business, and I created a lookups. So one lookup file now I am going to create, that is stored in a lookups folder. So this is the file I have. So when I'm going customer, I can add a documentation. So you can see here there is a documentation. So you can add a document. So what document you want to add to that? Each and every image or whatever icon. So automatically name come. Uh, So here you can see, right, copy the documentation and repository. So what it will do, it will copy that documentation in our workspace, or if you are connected to the server or whatever, then it will start using that file into the, now you can see, right, you can open this, you can see the what data is there in the your file. If you have a millions of data, will not use this kind of thing, but samples. So demo or representation means we always go for a small data, right, set. We will not go for millions of data. Demo means or representation of you. So that is what like if you are started in a sweet shop, if you are giving for a people to taste something, you will give a small piece or you will give a kg of sweet like that. So you will not give that bulk data when you are representing. So you'll take a sample, like this is how your data, and you can add to that icon. You want to add that document, or you can check text. This is a just lookups data. So you can attach a file as a image. You can select that what image you want to add or overwrite what. So all the options to make your you can make your visibility of business and all, you can showcase to them, and you can make them uh, you can make them easy to give that kind of representation of data and all. Now you can see, right, so I have attached the products file I have attached to the lookup. So when you go for a customer and you are explaining, you can say that there is a product file, these are all the products you have currently, and I'm going to match with these products, and these are all the series of, and these are the models which you have currently. So I just attach that file into the lookup icon, and same way you can add a data source. Mainly will add for this lookups or attachments, whatever they are going to do that. And this one, right, this entire thing, this is a text note. So you want to talk about what is the lookups, it's a product, you want to talk about something, you can add a note. You can add a note, you can see that when you select that when you select this image or icon, you can see, right. So what you can add a note. You can add a notes, how much information you want to add, that you can add it. And you want to have apply any colors or something, you can select here, and you can select you want to make this entire thing in a left side or right side. So you can see, right, left side. So the text going to be how you are going to align, you want to keep it as center. So the text alignment you can see in the center. So that kind of view, how much you are going to beautify your representation of a model or whatever, you can do. Okay, you can do that based on your um, plan of demo, and what you are going to show to the customer. So you just how much how much features or UI, how much representation you can add to this thing, you can do that. Okay, so and you can save this as a image to image, and you can paste in a PowerPoint, and you can say. So model is you can create anywhere, you can take a print, or you can take a image, a select, and you can select a group, and you can select all, and you can make this one as a group, and you can take this as a printout, or you can add to this as a image. So I'm going to store this is a image, right. So I'm going to store this in our folder. So this image I'll say. So you want to select what format you want, to JPG or ENG, whatever. So you can select anything. And you want to export as XML, you can export. Or you want just the image, you can select as the image. So it is saved as a image for us. You can copy paste that image wherever you want, in a PPT or you want in a Word. So you can just select that model, and you can, now you can see, right? This is a, these things you can do it outside of the tool, but still we have a feature we are trying to do that. See, this is how we have created a model, and this image or whatever you can copy paste anywhere of your presentation. If you go with the PPT, if you go with like a online some editor, wherever you want, or you want to go with Word, you are preparing a documentation, you want to add this flow or a model, what is the process, you can just simply add this image onto your Word document. Like that, they have a feature to create a models and all. So you can you can more you can, so you can just play, these things are not really real time, we are not going to use, but still you can play with this things. You get started, you are just training, right? So you can just start play with these things. Okay, you can save this HTML. So what is going to happen when you save this as a HTML? Now you can see, right, this one we have to open with browser. So it will open on page, web page. See, it is a web page. You can see the representation and all. You can save, still you can save that image. The format is up to you, how you are going to, you want to add this link, because customer don't want to save this or download. You can just add this HTML file, you can just open with the browser. You don't want to take time. So if this is taking time, right, you want to open this, it is taking time, but you put as a .html, just simply if it is already opened with the browser, it will show that icon as a browser. You just take it as a browser view, so you can see that browser view and all. So it's just this HTML file you are going to attach to your documentation. Okay, so this is how you can play with this kind of icons, or if there is some manual invention, you want to add a actor. Like actor means the business is going to take a manual view what you have validated and all, and they can go and take a decision again. So here instead of automated, so somebody from business side, so they'll have their own employees to validate this process in manually. So if the business is like kind of lookups, right, just they'll have a hundreds of records. It's then hundreds of series of mobile, for example, that business. So you'll have a manual person which can validate exactly what the decision what we are automating also. But still you want to take a decision with their client's employee, then we'll add a icon which will go say, will say this is how we are going to do, but this decision will be shared with them. So we'll have a data steward, something which is a intermediate layer. So that steward is going to give that view, UI view. So your business related consultant who is working on your side, so they can view that all the criterias, and they'll still mark as a good or bad. So the decision automation is going to be there, and parallelly we'll have a customer decision also. That is our talent has that kind of feature that is going to give the customer decision on UI. So data steward, so that they can go and see in a view UI. So they can also take a selection or they don't want to take that, we'll do automation process, we'll take the rejects in a one flow, and we'll take a good in a one flow, and in parallel they can have that kind of view. That is a model. So when you going for a demo, you have to say what features you have in your technical stack, and what are the features you are going to provide to the customer. So here I have added one more kind of advantage for them. So still what I automated, you can also validate, and you can take before I am going to move this data into the good or bad stages. So before moving data, so I'm not going to move immediately. So I'll keep the one stage layer. So where you can see in the UI, and you can also take a decision on that, and you can mark it as something. If I, as per automated, one record one thing as I have treated it as a reject. I in the sense the validation rule which I have applied in my process, that is treated it as a reject. But the customer side, who is a consultant, he know, oh, no, this is a valid rule, but the rejection also we can consider as a good. It's not really bad or bad for our like a process of rejects and all. So they can make that mark as a good. Then I can process that whatever reject one may false positive, like kind of the we thought it as a false, but it is a really not a false, it's a true. So then they'll make it that record as a true, they'll label it as that record, I'll process to the again source. So instead of writing like a taking automated process and taking decisions on my logics, whatever business provided, in between we are going to have this. So this model, I can go demo. I'll show your people who is working for you, that they can also take a decision before I am going to process our data into the source to validate reports and all. So your person can take a decision whatever I have loaded in the view. So you can go and check and take a decision. You can mark as a good, then you can mark as a good. If it is a reject, then you can don't need to touch anything, that will be processed to the reject. So that kind of like a flexibility, or your what feature you have to explain to them, so that they'll be happy, and they'll say they'll be comfortable, right? This is the approach. If really they have someone to validate this process, they can allow them to do that validation. If they don't have someone, but still the feature is available, you want to involve your side someone to validate this, you can have someone. Or you don't have, then I'll go with my process, which is a ETL process, which is going to load the data, take a decisions on my rules, automated process, which is going to give good and bad. So on that you can go with your analysis and your decisions. Or you have someone to validate before I go with loads, you can take the person help to understand that whatever data I have represented in UI and all. So this kind of model I am going to showcase. So this is how you can just like assume some functionality around you, some business, and just make yourself comfort to understand. So always, right, when you are creating a designing a job, you have to think all the directions. So what is the problem, and what are the requirements or ingredients. If you are something you are preparing, you need to know, right, what are all the things you require to prepare that. Same way here also, you have to get that all the details before you are providing a solution, or before you are going to the call to explain them what are all the things you are going to handle, or what are all the things you are representation giving representation on your presentation. Okay. So this is a helpful one way. This is a really important when you are designing. So I told you, right, before developing, you need to understand what is the mapping, and what is the functionality, and what is their problem. So that things you have to understand before doing. So and before that you are starting looking into the mapping and all, before that you have to have this kind of view. Even developer, as a developer also, you have to have that kind of knowledge, so that it will be easy for you to give the solution, or when you are asking questions also, you'll understand what is they have provided, and what is there in a model, what is the process we are going to create, and what difference we have in a source system, and what we are going to create in a target system. These things you will get to know when you understand the model in the sense what business currently running. That is a representation. Your architect or your project lead or the technical person going to have this kind of documentations. So when you join a project, you have to go through this. Generally, will not go through, but generally you have to go through this kind of what they have in a model, what they have in a technical architecture of the process, and what we are converting currently with this tool or talent, and what they have in a earlier previous stages. That the view, at least you cannot go through all each and every statements, but this kind of representation if they have in a documentation, just to go through it, and you can understand. Based on this view itself, you can ask one or two questions if you feel something which is not understandable to you. Okay, so this is a suddenly tomorrow someone who is not joined today in our call, but if I go and just show him, then if he has a little knowledge on data, or knowledge on this kind of representation, he can, if he has idea about this decision, yeah, something decision is happening, and something here you have written data, so data on top of it decision, and on decision, if yes, you can, I can write here. So to make it more understandable, so like this you can add more documentation, so that you can somebody without your explanation, they can easily understand your representation of model. So here it is a matches you are going, here is a non-matches are going, that is called a rejects and all here. So somebody is doing that before doing this kind of load and all, and here you are matching with the load. Here you can add one more layer. So here what I'm doing, I'm matching with the existing products with the current sales and all. So this kind of documentation, which you don't need to talk much, you can just simply, but still we'll go and explain the customer. In generally, if somebody is a technical, they can easily understand what is your model, what is your representation talking, the model, what it is talking and what it is doing. So this kind of thing. See, out of this business model here, you can create outside, there is a number of tools available. You can make more beautiful, and you can make however you want look and feel and things. But still we want you don't want to go with the other tools, and you don't have a budget to do kind of things. So MS Office, maybe they'll have default, they'll have in a mission. Other than that, they want to go great representation, they have to buy the license of some like a products which are give that the best model creation or representation creation and all, right? So but still you don't have budget, or you don't want to go that much time to spend, you can just utilize this feature which is available in Talent. Okay, so this is how you are going to add, and this is how you are going to export this one, and again you can save this. So it will be there in your model. When you are designing a job, you can always you have created this model, but someone is developing a job, they can go through this model and understand, okay, this is how they have done, oh, this is the lookup table. So they can also have a glance when they are going to create a job. So what this entire project process we are trying to do that. Okay. So we'll have one more sample job to practice, and then we'll stop today and we'll continue tomorrow. So business model, just practice. If somebody creates any model which is a good model we want to represent, you can share in Skype tomorrow once you created any models. So I'll just import and see how you have done the models and all. So it's a first exercise for you. Just assume one business. So because you are going to practice one jobs and all, right? So now start creating your model. So around you will have a businesses, so many businesses. So I am also keep telling the like a hotel or a phone related something, right? So think something which is around you. Just create a one model. So based on that model, you start practicing the creating flows and all, and loading data and validating those things. Keep on, you can add to that model what model you have selected. So this kind of POC or a your project, when you are in training, you can take that kind of step ahead to move to understand when you are creating a flows and all. So I have created this flow, right? Same way you can select one business which can you are able to follow. You can able to understand the requirements. You have to assume you are the customer, you are the starting a business. So then what are the things you required, what are the things you feel to have in your business. So those things you can assume and create a one model. And you can top of that, always you can start working on any jobs creation, any data loads and all. You can process continue on that. Okay, that will help you going forward creating a jobs and all. But you are the responsible. What is your business rule and what is your things, that is important. That assumption, that kind of thinking, all the direction will gives you when you start doing yourself creating a model. So take one hotel or take one cell phone mobile shop, or take some pawn brokers, whatever they are doing something right around us, something, just to take and create a model for them, and you can start creating. So let's come back to create a job. So this is a model. So it's a model creation. What is the purpose of model creation? We understand how to create a model, what are the icons available, and how to add a documentation, how to export this model, and how to paste this in the different documents. These things you can start practicing overall the business model topic. Okay, so now coming back to create a job design. I'll not more explain on this. Just I'll just give that component, and I'll have to create. Tomorrow we'll talk more in detail of this component and flow what we are creating now. Okay, just to start practicing today. Business model also keep in your practice, and try to give us a one exercise. So create one business model already who are all related some work what they are doing currently, that related model also you can start creating. So now this is art, right? What is this job? What is this job? So now I have created a one purpose of here. You can see, right? You can see using component creating. What is using component creating? So the naming is not good. So what we have to say. So now it is meaningful purpose. Earlier it is not using component creating. What is that? So that's where you have to give the purpose and description what exactly your job is going to talk. Okay, so now data preparation using a component. So generally, right, we don't have any data in your hand right now. So, but still you want to make some data. So there is a component called generator. T row generator. So that component, what it will give the if you can use the existing things, functions or whatever they have provided, and you can prepare your data yourself, and you can play with the data.